Hi, I'm John Gerzema, and I'm an author and a consultant with BAV Consulting, part of WPP Group. Yeah, we have this new book out called The Athena Doctrine, and it's really looking at an emergent form of leadership. By no means is it mainstream, but we saw some of the most amazing men and women around the world that were leading with feminine traits like collaboration, sharing credit, nurturing, openness, and transparency. And we did this by studying 64,000 people around the world to have them sort of define what was masculine or feminine. And in this context, we started to see that these were really important sort of levers for success. We've seen some remarkable organizations around the world, not only in the business realm, but also in the political realm. One of the places that we visited that we thought was just amazing was the Felleshus. And this is Danish for house for everyone. And it's the first shared embassy in the world, home to the 5 Nordic nations of Denmark, Norway, Iceland, Sweden, and Finland. And what they do is they put aside their own individual sort of country ideologies to sort of work together for economic development. And so it's just a remarkably open and sort of transparent organization, and really a model, I think, for 21st century diplomacy. But we saw it around the world. We saw really interesting startups, really large companies. I think what's interesting about this is that we are just seeing these leadership traits emerge because of the times we live in, right? We're in a world that's far more social, far more interdependent and transparent. And so that these feminine traits, which we're really arguing are universal traits, they're inside all of us. We can all be masculine and feminine. We can be aggressive or open or transparent. These have become just sort of dominant, important themes for sort of thriving in today's world. And that was really the thing we saw when we went around the world. You know, we were in 26 different cities in 18 different countries, and whether we were talking to a startup or talking to an NGO or talking to a large company, there was this belief that these traits have become sort of more of an imperative inside organizations. But I'd say probably my favorite example of sort of sharing probably came out of the government of Sweden. They have a national Twitter account called @Sweden, and the problem for the Swedish Tourism Board was that as they told us, people believed that if you didn't live in Sweden, the dominant themes of perceptions of Sweden were blonde people and ABBA. And they wanted to show a much more rich, deeper narrative and mosaic of what life is like in Sweden. So they gave over the national Twitter account @Sweden to one citizen every week to basically tweet on behalf of the country. And it's been a remarkable success, but it hasn't been without controversy. There's been some people that have said some things that have not been so powerful and so charitable, but at the same time, rather than the government suppressing those voices, citizens of Sweden did through the Twitter account to sort of really challenge those people. So, you know, it's a remarkable display of trust, I believe. One of the things we're doing with the Athena Doctrine is we're building out a leadership workshop, as well as the ability for any leader or manager at any level to sort of take their own tests related to Athena and compare their profile and their style against what 64,000 people say is essential for modern leadership in this new age. So that's something that we're doing at BAV Consulting, part of the Young and Rubicam group. But I also think, you know, in a more practical way, we need to understand that feminine traits and values need to be thought of as just another form of innovation. You know, not unlike a new market insight or some sort of new advance in technology.